yugas happening and the description of yugas.
Okay. What is relation of avatara? Okay. Then you have to understand this avatara concept. Yada yada idharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajamiham. So now people keep on waiting for Avatara Purusha to come and repair the whole society, which is not required.
Okay. Says every there is Avatara Purusha.
So it is not an excuse for you to be lazy. Okay, so you have to perform your dharma. Okay, each of you have a dharma. Okay, whatever order of society, wherever you are, you have to perform your dharma very properly. Now, if you don't perform your dharma properly, and as a society there is no performance of dharma, so then there is total degeneration of the society, deterioration, right? But the Bhagavan, Lord, doesn't allow that to happen. Who is Krishna? Is Krishna a person, historical person who was born in Mathura about 5,200 years back? Is that all Krishna is? Krishna is nothing but Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is nothing but Krishna's teaching. Krishna's avatar is Bhagavad Gita. You start thinking that Krishna's avatar is Krishna, a person. Krishna's avatar is Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna as a physical person has gone from the earth, but Bhagavad Gita is always there. Okay. So, but we start looking and identifying Krishna with the body, not with the teaching. Krishna is Krishna's teaching. So Krishna is there till today. Krishna is there today also. But people mistake Krishna to be a person and forget his teaching. That's called adharma. Right? But then Lord also knows how to take care of that. What he does is he establishes a system of teaching. Because the teaching can be forgotten, but the teacher cannot be forgotten. So there are a Guru Parampara, there are a lot of gurus or teachers who teach what is truth. So that also is Bhagavan Krishna, Lord, operating through Guru. The avatara means, don't think that once upon a time the avatara comes and cleans up the system and goes. No. When avatara comes and he comes and establishes a system to keep it clean for ages to come, that is called avatara. So Krishna came to teach Bhagavad Gita. Krishna came in the form of Veda Vyasa to teach Upanishads. That's another story related to this thing I forgot. That's also another thing which I forgot about Akshaya Tadika, that I'll tell. So Krishna also came in the form of Veda Vyasa to teach Upanishads, preserve Upanishads and Puranas for the future generation. So now there is a order of teachers, gurus made to teach, learn this, teach to people. Learn this to teach the people. So Krishna is the teaching, which is Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is the Upanishad. Bhagavad Gita is the essence of Upanishads. And the person who carries the message of Krishna is also a representative of Krishna. A person who is Dani, who has realized the message of Krishna, is Krishna himself. So don't think that Krishna will come once upon a time and establish Dharma and go. It won't happen like that. He comes once in a while to establish the Dharma. Dharma is established in the form of teaching. Dharma is established in the form of the teachers. Dharma is established in the form of method of teaching. So that's what is called Dharma Sanstapana. People think that Dharma Sanstapana means killing Kamsa, killing this person, or Rama killing Ravana. No. That is not Dharma Sanstapana. That's only temporary job. Dharma Sanstapana means establishment of system which will take you long in the society. Okay. So Dharma Sanstapana is what Krishna did. Don't be under the impression that killing of the Kamsa and destroying Kauravas in the Mahabharata war was Dharma Sanstapana. That's only part of that. The real part of Dharma Sanstapana is teaching of Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of Upanishads. Okay, teaching of Veda and Upanishads in the form of Veda Vyasa, and making a system of teachers who will take that message to many people is called Dharma Sanstapana. The moment you learn Bhagavad Gita, the moment you learn the message of Upanishad, you are tuned to Krishna. The moment you have mistaken the message of Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad, then you are in adharma. You are in adharma. Don't think that politicians who are taking money is doing some adharma. When you forget the message of God, when you forget the essential message of Upanishad, then you are in adharma. Okay? When you are not able to do yajna, offer that message to others, then you are in adharma. So then, but Krishna comes in the form of gurus. From time immemorial, there is an order of gurus, Guru Parampara in India. The teachers, sadhus, mahatmas come who are representatives of Bhagavan. Okay. That's why he said Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. So the one who is actually a realized person, he is one with Paramatma. And the words which he speak are nothing but words of the Lord. So this is actually Dharma Samstapana. So it's not that Krishna did Dharma, lived for about 180 years, made sure that Pandavas are destroyed and disappeared from the earth. No. So that's only was the beginning of Dharma Samstapana. If you look at India, after Mahabharata, there is a good law and order in India. Even India was a prosperous and dharmic country quite some time. Okay, whereas the rest of the part of the world was going through a lot of turmoil, or they were in the still very medieval stages. India was very evolved country, right? That's why many foreign invaders attacked India. Okay, so maybe about after 7th or 8th century, after AD, after death of Christ, which means Krishna was born about 5,000 years back. Okay, so around 3,000 to 4,000 years, there is an order, law and order in India. Dharma was there in India. Dharmic means society was more stable. And when there is a stability, when there is dharma, there is prosperity also. India was a very prosperous country. So people attacked India in search for the wealth. And in the process, they destroyed everything what India was. When one of the invaders burnt Takshashila library, Takshashila was the university. So there actually students used to come from hundreds of countries. Okay, the library was burned to destroy the knowledge system in India, and it took 6 months for them to just burn the library. That many books were there. And you have to understand the education system in Takshashila. Takshashila here today for education, and we have entrance exams, right? There the entrance exam was there. The gatekeeper of Takshashila will ask 10 questions. So if you answer more than 6 questions, you are allowed inside the gate, admission. That is the scholarship of the gatekeeper. The principal of that college was knowledgeable about 280 subjects. And these foreign invaders destroyed everything what was there in India. Especially they attacked libraries. They destroyed. Then second thing is they attacked all these people who teach Veda, Upanishads. They killed those people. They attacked the education system, and Britishers attacked the education system in a very different way. They supplemented the education system with the thoughts and wrong ideas in our mind, so that the education system got corrupted completely. So when the education system got corrupted, people forgot what is the culture and heritage of India, real culture of India. When you forgot what is real wisdom of India, then you are no longer in India. Actually, you are gone, missed. That's what foreigners did. But in spite of that, in spite of almost 1,200 years of war, which would have destroyed any country completely culturally, India is again coming up. That's because of the wisdom of India. The Rishis converted all this Vedanta Upanishad into form of stories, Puranas, so that the message can be passed on to you. So the message of Upanishad told in the form of Akshayatadika story is what I have passed on to you. So the stories cannot be forgotten. The message of the stories can be forgotten. But the message of the stories, when it's recollected, Dharma will be recollected. That's what is the method which is adopted by Rishis. Okay. So because of that, even after 1,200 years of war, India is not destroyed culturally. Not that India has the original culture, but there are seeds, there are roots which can be revived. So that's what happens. That is actually what is the establishment of Dharma. Even though disorder comes into society, already the systems are put in place so that order can come up. That's what Krishna did 5,300 years back.
Prabhu, why is the Hindu mindset considered weak? Like if you take all this invasion and even
No.
now, when like for example, say China is occupying our land.
Yeah.
Why is the Hindu mindset considered very reticent and
We'll distinguish between Hindu mindset and Sanatana Dharma. Okay, don't mix up these two.
Yeah.
Right? So this is what happened. This is actually what is called establishment of Dharma. Understand? So is it clear? So the establishment of Dharma involves teaching, the order of teachers, the teaching methodology. So this has continued from the day of Krishna till today, and it will continue forever. So that is the establishment of Dharma. Alright? Okay? So now, whenever there is a adharma, whenever people forget dharma, then there are many more teachers are sent. Okay, many more gurus are sent. Then many more Mahatmas are sent. Even if the system cannot be repaired, then Bhagavan himself has to come. So that is what is called avatar. Okay.
So now Kali Yuga, some avatar has to come, is it?
You are the avatar. This is actually missing my point. See, don't look at the society as a whole. So question is, it's not a society. It is individual as a dharma. Okay? Okay? Don't wait for Bhagavan. It is avatara is individual. Adharma doesn't come in the society. Adharma comes in the individual. Now, what adharma is there in the society is irrelevant to us. The question is, adharma is there in me is relevant to us. Okay? So, when you realize the adharma in your life, when Bhagavan comes into life, that is called avatar in your life. Then you become a representation of Bhagavan on the earth. That is Dharma Samstapana. Now, when the order is much larger, some bigger avatar may come. But that can happen once in a while. But there are so many representatives of Bhagavan on the earth, which is including you. So why are you missing that point?
Know the adharma in you. It starts.
That's all. So there is no Kali Yuga. There is only Kali Yuga where? In you.
Kali is in me. The darkness is inside.
That's all. Finished.
You know that everything is. You become the avatar.
You become a representative of Avatar Purusha. That's it. That's all. Okay. So now we'll go to question of